Yet even in this field, to get things done, I found it was often necessary to take alternative paths. In this sector, I moved from vice president/research positions in small pharmaceutical companies to CEO of various entrepreneurial ventures. I founded Colonial Technology Development Company in 2005, and in this role I have provided new and growing medical and technology companies with services related to funding, business strategy, and many other areas. Helping startups and other companies commercialize their technological and scientific innovations has been a primary goal of Colonial, and we've launched a number of successful biotech, software, and pharmaceutical companies. Most of my entrepreneurial activities are in the fields of science, health, and technology. I've been involved in every aspect of these businesses, from creating business strategies to raising funds to launching new products. I've also counseled entrepreneurs in a variety of other fields and have friends and colleagues who have pursued a range of innovative business endeavors. In short, I know what it's like to be an entrepreneur. Over the years, I've learned 5 valuable lessons that all relate to agility. 1. Question the status quo. Time after time, I've seen small companies clinging to strategies and practices that worked in the past, but that prevent them from changing as their situations change. I'm not saying that you should always dismiss the status quo, but you should always question it. In our highly volatile world, few things remain viable for long. 2. Take more than one shot on goal. When I was working on my PhD, I had a mentor who admonished me when I showed him my flawed experiment results, go back and make it work. I was frustrated and thought further effort was hopeless, but I returned to the lab, tried different approaches, and, lo and behold, I found a way to make it work. Entrepreneurs often become frustrated when a new product introduction fails, or when they launch a business and expectations aren't met. More often than not, the problem isn't with the product, service, or concept, but with the execution. Try again, tweak the process, and see if you can obtain better results. 3. Banish bureaucracy. To get things done, even in small companies, some structure is required. Bureaucracy, though, is a rigid structure that insists on policies and procedures to govern every business action. Invariably, bureaucracy discourages innovation and encourages conformity. Instead, agility favors participatory decision-making and diverse counsel and execution. 4. Accept failure as the cost of doing business. Fear of failure causes entrepreneurs to play it safe. When entrepreneurs stop taking risks, they stop being entrepreneurs. I realize that failure hurts and that small business people need to do what they can to limit the damaging effect of failure. At the same time, they need to use it as a learning and motivational device. 5. Believe you can do anything. My parents told me that I could do anything if I wanted it bad enough, and I've found that was great advice for both life and work. As soon as entrepreneurs start thinking negatively, they begin falling into safe routines and reactive decision-making. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you need to be optimistic and bold. Certainly, you don't want to be unrealistically optimistic, but dreaming big and going after those dreams are what being an entrepreneur is all about. None of these lessons can be put into practice unless you're positive-minded, option-oriented, and open to fresh thinking. You won't find many agile pessimists, since rigidity is the result of negative thinking. Entrepreneurs who only consider one option have a fixed perspective on their business, and people who eschew creative ideas are only comfortable with the tried and true. I realize that most entrepreneurs, especially when they're trying to get a business off the ground, become focused on practical considerations. Staffing, liquidity, office space, software needs, and so on. I encourage you, however, to keep the 5 agility lessons in mind, even as you're negotiating a lease or trying to find someone who knows how to set up a website. Even as you focus on basic business tasks, resolve to be inquisitive, challenging, and optimistic, all byproducts of the 5 agility lessons.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.